And Inside the NBA is presented, as always, proudly by Hyundai. Ernie Johnson, Magic Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. We have our first overtime game on TNT, at least, of the season. 94-92, the Nuggets winners over the Timberwolves. And now, when these guys last met, it was the playoffs last year, first round. 4-1, goes to Minnesota. Some rough stuff in that series. Kevin Garnett having some words with Francisco Elson and that kind of thing. And then a little bit of carryover. Some rough stuff tonight, Magic, as we saw Kevin and Elson, those same two.
Well, first of all, he goes up for the shot. Kevin felt he didn't never really go for the ball. He actually went for his head, and that's why he jumped up. That's why he was kicked out of the game.
His second technical of the game, and then Sam I Am getting in the mix here, Kenny.
Sam I Am, he's a lover, not a fighter, but he's not going to take it either, though. He's not going to take anything from Kenyon either. Kenyon stepped in like the big power forward should do on your team when your guard gets hit. That's why I like playing with Otis Thorpe. When he was there, he'd step in for me sometime, too.
Only the second game of the season here, and already some pretty spirited stuff we're seeing tonight.
That was a terrible call. Sam Cassell did not deserve to get ejected. That was just a bad call.
For throwing the ball at Kenyon Martin?
He should have got a technical for that.
Well, he got one also for the shove.
Give me a break, Ernie.
I'm just telling you what.
Just because they said something, don't make it right.
We've been down this trail way too many times.
I think Charles is right. You don't give him a technical for a shove. That wasn't anything. I think that was just because I gave the other young man a technical early in the game and kicked him out.
Yeah.
That was a technical. But let me say this. Kenyon Martin said, you know what? Get on my back tonight. He actually won that game in the fourth quarter and overtime. He played a fantastic game, but when he actually came to the rescue of his teammates, I think what they said to them is, hey, I'm here. We got to be tougher. I came here to make Denver a tougher team, and that he proved that tonight. And that's what Earl Boykin said in the interview. A teammate came to my rescue. So you can see they're rallying behind Kenyon Martin.
Kevin Garnett doing, well, I guess in the fourth quarter, he scored 14 straight points there and trying to seal the deal for Minnesota. What'd you think of the way he played down the stretch and into OT?
I pay money. You know, the best thing about being famous, you get all the free stuff. I'll pay to watch Kevin Garnett play any night. And it's just beautiful to watch. You know, everybody talk about how much money guys make. Kevin Garnett could care less how much money he makes. He brings it every single night. Him, Tim Duncan, and Shaquille O'Neal, I'd pay to see them play any nights.
25 points and 15 rebounds. Minnesota is a team that Kenny has said he thinks will win the whole thing.
Win the whole thing.
He was drunk that night.
They make the extra pass. They do it right.
That night.
They play it. They play it. We'll see.
They fall tonight in OT, 94 to 92. When we come back on Inside, shades of 1988, an expansion team's home opener in Charlotte. This time, it's the Bobcats.
Big O!
I tell you something, our crew has never looked better than they do tonight for Inside the NBA because it's like Christmas came early and Magic was Santa, because a whole new line of shoes and shirts and basketballs and hats. Tell me about it, Magic.
Well, I got my new line of tennis shoes and shorts and shirts and everything, and I'm excited about it. So I bought all the crew their own tennis shoes and everything. Tomorrow I'm gonna be at Shoe Show here in Atlanta, and they're at the shoe department, Sports Chalet, Warehouse Shoe Sale, Copeland's, Myers, Dunham's, Hibbett's, and Modell's. So
you know what?
You can get them anywhere.
You know what's interesting about these? People can actually pay for them and not feel like they got to take it like a second mortgage.
Yeah,
out.
the good thing about them, all my shoes are $60 and lower than that.
What TNT paying us? We can get three pairs. We can get three whole pairs.
Michael dominate the 100 up. I'm gonna try to dominate the 60 and lower.
So since you retired now, Magic, are these walking shoes or these? No, only playing, man. Only playing.
Hey, I get out there just a little bit, but you know, come and check it out. The moms will be happy. They don't have to pay an arm and a leg. And
they hot.
So I'm happy about it.
You got the Carolina Blues over there. You're feeling you right now.
My boy Jeff Herdman hooked it up, so it's a good thing. Magic 32.
Coming to a store near you. Meantime, Washington and Charlotte.
Who's that girl beside him?
Well, the
First
one,
basket, Primoz Brezic.
the
Hey,
one
who's that
owner
girl
was
besides-
Nelly.
that-
I saw Nelly.
Oh, that was she's with Nelly?
Owner.
Emeka Okafor going to work inside. Now, you know who's there? And you'll like this, Charles. Ric Flair, who likes to say, yeah, he
That's my
certainly
man.
does.
I love Ric Flair. He's my man.
Get ready for some more Ric Flair right here.
But to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Woo!
Eddie
love
House
Ric Flair.
with the steal. He's not going to convert, but Brezic will, and then I have a feeling we're going to get some more Ric Flair here. They're even better Ric Flair than Ric Flair is. But down the stretch, the steal, the Wizards go back the other way. Gilbert Arenas to
One of
Juan
my favorite
Dixon.
players, Juan Dixon.
And Bernie Bickerstaff's
Get
guys.
used to that look,
Fold their
Charlie.
opener. Yeah, I'll say.
Get used to that look, Bernie.
103 to 96 is the final as Washington goes to 2-0 for the first time since 94-95 when they wound up 21-61.
And I have to congratulate my former teammate Eddie Jordan because they are 2-0. I don't care what happens after this, but Eddie, congratulations. 2-0, and they're both on the road.
You're
Yeah,
exactly
but
right.
I hope they play Atlanta now.
They will play hard.
Now, in terms of expansion teams and their opener, second time Charlotte's been down this road in a second loss. Not as bad as it was against Cleveland back in 88-89. And after the game, David Aldridge, who was in Charlotte, got a hold of Robert Johnson, the new owner of the Charlotte Bobcats, and we all had a chance to talk to him.
A big night for the Charlotte Bobcats in their first ever game. We have the owner, Robert Johnson, with us. Mr. Johnson, what was this like for you tonight?
Well, David, this was a wonderful experience for me. It was a wonderful experience for the fans of Charlotte to have the NBA back here in Charlotte. Our team played really hard, and it just proved to me that these guys are going to get better and better. And I'm looking forward to them in the playing the rest of the season. And we're going to have a great time with them down here in Charlotte. And the Bobcats are somebody to believe in.
Did you have to drum up support here and fight any lingering resentment from the fans in Charlotte over the way the Hornets left?
Not at all. The fans in Charlotte wanted the NBA back here. They're the one that approached the NBA about bringing a team back after the Hornets left. The city is building a $265 million arena that will be opened next year that we'll play in. And so the fans here are committed to the NBA and to the Bobcats. So we're very pleased with our ticket sales and very pleased with our sponsorship support. So the NBA is back in Charlotte big time.
Bob, this is magic. You were the first one to really do something big as far as on your own station, as far as being an African-American male. Then you turn around and be the first African-American owner in the NBA. How does that make you feel?
It really feels great, Magic. As you know, being a part owner of the Lakers, sports is an exciting entertainment experience. It's something that everybody, regardless of age, race, creed, or color, can get involved in. And because the fans in Charlotte are so excited about the NBA being back here, this is a great place to launch this new business opportunity for me. And I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to our new arena and having a lot of fun down here in Charlotte.
This is Kenny. One of the things, you run BET, and it's $1 billion company, and you come to the Bobcats. What surprised you about the NBA and running an NBA franchise so far in its early stages?
I think the difference between, say, starting a BET and starting and getting an NBA franchise is with BET, we were all the networks were growing at the same time. We're all very small and grew to be big networks. Here, we step into the NBA day one. We're up against every organization in the NBA that's been in the league over a number of years. So we got to look like them. We got to play like them ultimately. And our fans want us to feel like them. So the challenge is to get up to speed really fast and to make sure that you're competitive really fast and build the organization while at the same time making sure that you're running a good, solid business.
No, Mr. Johnson, this is Charles. Now, I picked you guys to win 25 games. How am I looking?
Charles, I tell you, I won't argue with you on 25 games. I think this team has the potential to do that and to do it in style. And a lot of teams are going to find the Bobcats are a really competitive, hard-hustling team. But Bernie Bickerstaff has done a great job with these guys to get them together, and they're playing like a really good team right out of the box. So I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of Charles' prediction of 25, we have what we're calling the Bobcat Tracker, in which we'll see if Charles is more accurate with his 25, or Kenny, who has picked you to win 19, or Magic, who says 20. I mean, is there a figure, or is it just how do you gauge success in the first year, Mr. Johnson?
The way I gauge it, I told the guys when I talked to them in the room is don't fall into a self-fulfilling prophecy that you're a loser and then play like a loser. I said you got to play like a winner. Go out there and compete every minute you're on the floor, and if you do that, you're going to be a success because you're going to show the fans that you're committed. You're going to show the fans that you're hustling. You're going to win the fans. If you win the fans, win some game, whether it's 19, 20, or 25, we got us an exciting franchise in Charlotte and an exciting Bobcat basketball.
Mr. Johnson, along those lines, you're used to winning. Everything you've done, you've won. You've won big. How is it for you to be in a situation where, at least for the first year or two, you're probably not going to win?
Well, I have a long-range view of everything. BET started and celebrated its 25th anniversary this year. We grew that company basically off of nothing to be a multi-billion-dollar brand throughout the black community and throughout the whole cable industry. So I got a long-range view of what we're doing here in Charlotte. We got a lot of fans. We got a lot of support. So I'm in this for the long haul, but I do believe that the Bobcats are going to be competitive real fast. We're going to win a lot of games, and we're going to do our best to make the fans in Charlotte glad that the NBA is back.
David Aldridge, Bob Johnson, thank you very much for your time. Bob, by the way, I had you down for 50 wins.
Boy,
I ain't mad at you.
Hey, Bob, I got to ask you this right quick. Somebody already stole my name, the Orlando Magic. How does it feel to have your own name on your team, too? The Bobcats.
You know, when you pay $300 million or something, you name it anything you want.
Bob, best of luck to you. Thanks a lot.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
So the Bobcats off and running, yes.
I can guarantee you that's the first time an NBA owner ever said, I ain't mad at you. I'm going to go out on a limb.
You are probably very right about that.
I just can't see Jared Colangelo said to me, I ain't mad at you.
he said holler back.
Hey,
Holler back.
eventually that happened.
Hey, remember when Ernest said his wife said holler back? What?
Meantime, the fights continue over the Magic merchandise here, and we're going to have the highlights of the Heat and the Cavs when we come back.
I give you the Cavs and 7.
I ain't mad at you.
You ready to go?
Stop, Charles. What? Miami at home against Cleveland. Big fella's home debut.
You gotta remind me what your daughter told you, Charles.
And the stars were out, too.
Yes, they
Talk
were.
about that later.
Alex Rodriguez, they had everybody in the house tonight.
Shaq scored 7 of Miami's first 9. He would finish the night with 17 points and 9 rebounds
call
on
Alex
7 out of
Rodriguez.
17. Look at the hustle by the big fella. Folks in the expensive
Alex
seats give him a
Rodriguez, I
lecture.
love him. He's a great guy. But he got blonde streaks in his hair.
Be that as it may, LeBron with the left hand.
Be that as it may.
And then Shaq inside. Here's another one of those guys who wants to have his first name only. Anderson Varejão. He's from Brazil. Wants to be known only as Anderson.
Listen, let's your name.
Oh, watch this. Oh, excuse me.
Oh.
Holla back.
Let's your
Just like
name.
my wife.
I'm not mad at you.
You got to be a superstar to have only one name.
28 for Dwayne Wade, by the way, and a 92-86 win for Miami. The Heat 2-0, and the Cavs fall to 0-2. And after the game, Craig Sager talking to LeBron James.
Miami debut, a tough assignment. How do you think you guys fared?
Oh, I think we played well, man. I can't ask our team to do, after coming off a double overtime loss like that, to, still bring out enough energy to, to take it down to the wire. I'm proud of my team tonight.
What about the adjustment you've had to make? Obviously, everybody's coming at you, distributing the ball more. How's your game changed?
I've seen that, defense is really keying on me, so I'm just making an extra pass to my teammates, trying to get them open shots. And as long as we knock down shots, we'll be fine. So I see the adjustment on the court, though.
Meantime, back to Shaquille O'Neal, the new center of attention, and numbers for centers who relocate. We don't know what Shaq's numbers are going to be this year at the age of 32. So far, it's 16.5 points and 7 rebounds, but you see his numbers when he went to L.A., Moses' numbers when he went to Philly, Kareem in L.A., and Wilt's numbers when he went to L.A.
2020 is not a bad.
as well. And you know what? We're going to see more of Shaq next week right here on TNT.
That's going to be a hard game. That Dallas team, I told you I love them.
I was going to say, I look forward to seeing that thing. You know, we've seen the highlights already of Cleveland and Miami tonight, but when Miami does go up against a team like Dallas, and Doug Collins made reference to it early, these are more physical teams now, more pounded inside kind of guys when you got Dampier on one side and Shaq now in Miami.
Well, I think what happens is now you can play your defense a little different than like Cleveland should have helped more because Z just couldn't handle Shaq. Where in the game against Dallas, they can actually play him straight up and then play everybody else man to man. And so I think that's what you're going to see a lot in that game. And also what they're going to have to do now too, Miami got to play some real defense because they got 3 outstanding scorers on Dallas's team. So Miami's going to have to really play some defense when you talk about Nowinski, you talk about Finley, and then you got that boy coming in off the bench. Where is he from?
Oh, North Carolina, Jerry Stackhouse. So did you know you throw in Jason Terry, you throw in the rookie Devin Harris, who Charles is in love with right now. I mean, they have a team, but anytime the barometer is going to be, or the measuring stick, when an Eastern Conference team makes the West Coast swing. That's your barometer.
You know what?
Because you get to see if you really as good as you are.
There are some teams in the Eastern Conference that's going to go out west and lose every game on the trip.
That's my point.
I mean, I'm talking about like lose every game unless they go into lowly Golden State. God bless you, Chris Mullin. God bless you.
Everyone. You sound like little Timmy from the show off of that.
Miami
Who's
and
little Timmy?
Oh, Christmas Story. God bless us all. That's another story. Don't worry about it.
Still to come, another look at the Timberwolves
Little
and Nuggets.
Timmy?
Little Timmy, God bless us all. Come on.
If you're going to embarrass us, don't say anything.
Okay.
People think we know what we're talking about.
You're going to hear from Sam Cassell, too, when we come back.
Little Jimmy.
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim, oh, help me out. You're late.
Basketball New Year continues. Premier Week telecasts on ESPN tomorrow night. The Rockets and Grizzlies, the Spurs and the
Somebody's
Lakers.
going to still be
winless in that first game.
If the Grizzlies lose, I think they should fire Hubie Brown.
That's going to be a big
Stop it
second
now.
game, too. That's a big game for the Lakers, too.
Big game.
Jim Durham and snapper Steve Jones are going to call that first game. I talked to those
Snapper is
guys
back.
earlier tonight and asked them to kind of look into the crystal ball. Who in your gut are you saying, this is the team I think is going to go from East and West?
Yeah, I always like the team that I just saw. I saw Utah last night. I really like Utah.
Oh, so they're going all the way.
They look
okay.
great. They look great against the Lakers. But out west, Phoenix is going to be good this year.
Stop it. You've been around Bill too much. The Timberwolves and the Spurs are the class of the West, and it's the Pacers and the defending champion Detroit Pistons. Those are the teams that are the best prepared. If you were to say play the playoffs today, these were the teams that would advance to the conference finals, and you have been in Turkey with Bill too long.
I tell you what, I was going to get to them. I was going to get to those top teams in the West and the East. You got to give me some time here, Snapper.
Hey, guys, you've both done some work with Turner in the past, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
We're a lot better than ESPN, aren't we?
Oh, what a loaded question that is.
Hey, they put Kenny the Jet on the spot last night. Come on now. We're a lot nicer, aren't we? I'll take that as a yes.
We're not allowed to go there, Ernie.
Watch for JD and Snapper tomorrow night.
You could have kept it real. We wouldn't have said nothing.
Hey, I
Kept it
love
real. Answered the question.
I love Steve, but he's on the Charles Barkley diet.
Snappers on the diet.
Meantime,
He has been eating a lot of fish. Eating a lot of fried chicken, ham hock, and neck bones.
You saw him at the resort with you. He's at the resort.
meantime, while that continues, just watch along at home.
I got to get him a
Look
date
at the
with Jenny
stutter
Craig.
steps here. Look at this. This is an interesting highlight. This is kind of frame by frame, the rough stuff. Here goes
Oh, that's
Sam
just stupid.
Cassell.
Y'all be wasting money
You know
on
what?
stupid stuff.
No,
Instead
I
of
don't
paying-
think, I don't
instead
think
of
that's
paying
high
me and
def. I
Kenny.
think that's low def.
This is an accident.
Yeah, this is not. You're not intended for that to
Can I ask
happen.
listen, hey, can I ask you a question? This is a very fair question.
What?
Me and Kenny are getting a little bent out of shape on Irvin. He's got the shoes and the shorts and the jerseys. Like when me and Kenny come out with new products, do we get to come on here and advertise it?
What new products?
And we don't have them yet.
When we get them. Because we can make something up in the next couple hours.
You know what? If you
If you
promise to
really
come up
want
with
to.
something, I'll let you put it on
There it
TV
is.
next
All right,
week.
now.
And I hold it over here too.
Right, now.
I hold it up.
I'll come up with
I'm
anything.
promoting this for Charles. I'm promoting this for Kenny.
I'm gonna go down to the Bulldog and come in with some products.
I'll tell you what. That last highlight went so well that we're going to come back and try some more stuff right after this.
Somebody getting yelled at upstairs by my big fat obnoxious boss. You can eat at dinner, it's free. You should retire.
It made me wonder what
In all
happened.
seriousness, that's big time.
It is. It made me wonder.
Thank you. Thank
how
you
many-
very
Made me
much.
wonder about your numbers. Hey, Johnny O, do you have any numbers on Kenny?
Kenny's on a list.
I don't have no. I don't
Kenny's
have
on a
No,
list.
you had respectable numbers though. You
I
did
got rings. I
Nearly
don't know.
10,000
Thank you, everybody.
points.
Appreciate
But you know
that.
what?
That's big
You know
time.
what? Who had more assists in the career, you or you?
Me. Kenny shot it all the time.
142 more assists for Charles.
You rap! Pass the ball! Pass the ball, Kenny! Pass the ball!
Whatever.
We're out of time.
Pass the ball, Kenny!
For the Hall of Famer Magic Johnson.
Oh, that's ugly.
For
Oh, you say goodbye
Kenny
to
the
Magic
Jet.
because he won't be here for a while.
Charles Barkley.
Magic.
Hey, Magic. See you at the All-Star game.
See you at the
Good night, everybody. All right, great.
Oh, man.